Okay, we are back in more ways than one. Wow! You know, it's always amazing how some things just seem to work out in a way. Granted, having my stream just stop on its own because the internet like went out for a second. And I don't know if it was the internet or if it was my laptop. As I did say, there are what's the word I'm looking at? Oh, sorry. I just had a weird message pop up on my thing, not used to seeing it. But no, as I said, I know my laptop's been having some issues. It could have been that, but it's just like I just lost connection to everything, and boom, stream stopped. And honestly, the reason why I'm like it's amazing how that kind of worked out is because of the fact that it happened while I was on my break. Instead of me, think I'm like, oh, I could probably get one reaction in. Oh, that would have been really, I would have felt so bad if it happened while I was mid-reaction. So I'm glad it happened when it did. I hate the fact that it happened, but that was probably the best time for it to happen. So I'm not going to say I'm okay with it, but it could have been a lot worse. Holy cow. Wow, that could have been really bad. So I'm trying to figure out how I want to proceed from here. Because as I'm looking at it, I'm not saying things are wonky. Like I said, sometimes there's just times where sometimes my internet just kind of just out of nowhere will just stop and I don't know why. But hopefully we won't really run into that problem for the rest of this. So, but I think I'm going to probably play it safe here. And what I will probably do is I've still got the 3 videos up on my tab. Let me make sure that they're still there. Yep. Alright, so I think I'll do the 3 solo videos that I planned, and then I may end the stream. We'll have to see. Actually, maybe so, because at the pace we're going, we're already close to usually what I do for like my 2 hours for these streams. So these 3 might be it anyways, which I'm okay with. I'm actually kind of glad I'm starting to get into the other side stuff, because I know that I've done a Superfruit reaction, which that was so much fun. I really loved what they did with that one. And now I'm finally starting to get into some of the solo stuff, so we're really getting Pentatonix heavy on the channel in terms of what content I have for that. And I really have y'all to thank for that. So we will go ahead and get started. So we got Dark Winter by Kevin Olusola. I've never have really said their last names, so I really have no idea how to properly pronounce them. So I hope I didn't absolutely butcher his last name. I'm just so used to calling them by their first names. So, and I see people are starting to hop back in, to the stream. If you were here prior, I am so sorry about what happened earlier. My internet just kind of cut out and disconnected everything. We are back, and as I said, I'm probably just going to do these 3 solo stuff, and then honestly, I may end it just because it's going to hit close to my 2 hours anyways, because I do have something that I do have to do this afternoon, but I definitely wanted to make sure that I got on enough to do at least, I always try to do what I call a 5 video quota. I try to do at least 5 reactions on these live streams, and we're definitely going to hit the 5. So let's go ahead, pop on the headphones, grab me a drink. Alright, hit to the reaction screen. Let me put this on full screen. Unmute the desktop, and let's get started with Kevin Olusola, Dark Winter. Okay. I feel like I need some context.
Try to let it slide, but you testing on my limits. Real nice guy, don't mistake it for a weakness.
Right, homie?
You talking recklessly, having your fun. The thing about the quiet ones, you'll feel the consequences when they come. Oh, now you wanna tell me that I've changed. You wonder why I moved you out the way.
Oh, hold on. Let me rewind that a little bit. I don't know the piece. I don't know the name of the piece in and of itself. Is he sampling like a classical piece? I don't know the name of it, but I know the tune. I know the tune. I don't know why it's only now hitting me though. My guy. Ah! No! Okay, I know it goes with the theme of what we're trying to feel with this, but the classical instruments, the classical art, just seeing them get destroyed. No, Kevin! And the sad thing is, I kind of want to rewind it just because the music with it is just, yo! It adds a whole level of, like, destructive chaos to it. I mean, oh my goodness, I love it. Cello boxing, yes, someone brought that up, I think, in Shallow. I knew that there was something that someone said about it, and it just only now hit me. Oh, wait a minute, I just realized something. I just now realized something. Hold on a second. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I just realized that my chat isn't showing up on my stream. I mean, so far it's a lot of YouTube chat, so okay. I'm gonna have to fix. Hold on, give me a second. Hear me, give me a second. Oh boy, that just now hit me. Okay, boom, boom. Actually, no, because I don't want to change. Okay, you know what? That's something I may have to fix later on. Hold on a second here. All right, let me finish with this, and then I'll worry about the chat.
Lost my composure 'cause that
was cool.
Should be more careful, you might get the shiver. Just had to provoke it, bring the worst out of me. You don't know what you're walking. Say hello to the beast. Next thing you know, going toe to toe. Never thought you'd see this side of me.
You're not wrong.
You wonder why I moved you out the way. I know you want the violence to play. Oh no, oh no. Calling me cool, even though I've been trying to be cool. Want me to be nice, but remember it's not here with you.
This is. I gotta say, I'm really digging this though.
Now you're about to get this dark winter.
All the classical destruction is kind of getting to me a little bit, but the song itself I'm really loving. Loving the theme of the song. What the?
哎，我们要团结起来，不要离开我们。哎呀，我告诉你，是吗？如果你再做一次，我就会告诉你妈。不要啊！当然会啊！去。
Oh, I didn't realize it was almost at the end. Wow! Okay, so I was gonna point out that I feel like he was the one that had to do this, but now that we're at the end, let me go ahead and switch. So, first of all, I just gotta say that was such a fun song. And honestly, I think it's very appropriate that it was Kevin that did that. Because the theme of the song and what he was saying, like, I feel like perfectly fits. And the fact that, in a way, like, if you were to tell me, like, everything we were gonna see in there, I probably would have initially thrown that, like, with maybe Scott, maybe even Mitch. Like, I could see that being, like, a Superfruit number that they would have done. So seeing Kevin being the one to do that, and I gotta say, and I said this with Kiss from a Rose, that, well, no, I didn't say it with Kiss from a Rose, but I think I thought it, is that, you know, there are times where I feel like I don't give the members enough love for their own vocal abilities. You know, I talk so much about Scott, so much about Mitch, so much about Kirsty, that sometimes I kind of leave Matt and Kevin on the wayside. Even Avi, you know, was on the older videos, which with Hallelujah reminded me of just, you know, how good he was. Kiss from a Rose, you know, Matt and Kevin, they both did their own thing, and then you threw Kevin in there with the cello and Kiss from a Rose too. But then we get this, and Kevin, you know, I don't know what the chances are you'll ever see this, but I'm gonna get a little closer to the camera here. I'm gonna look straight into the camera, and I want you to look. I'm gonna look this in the eye. I need to start putting some respect on your name, my guy. I need to start putting some respect on your name, because my dude, that was amazing. That was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed the fact. I don't think anyone could have pulled it off the way he did. I honestly don't. So, wow. I think that's pretty much all I can say for that right now. You know, again, the disadvantage of doing this live is that I don't have enough chances to, what's the word I'm looking for? Give my post-reaction analysis. So we'll go ahead and we're going to switch to the next one, which will be Let's Stay Together with Matt and King's Return. But before I do that, let me try to fix my chat real quick. I mean, I know, like, you know, wherever you're watching, whether it's on Twitch or YouTube, you'll see the chat on there. But I like to have the chat on my screen. That way for people who are watching, that way my YouTube folk and Twitch folk can still interact with each other that way. I'm trying to think of everybody here, so let's see if this will fix it. Does not appear so. So it doesn't look like we're gonna have a live chat on here. That's fine. I think we can get away with it. Yeah, I would probably have to stop and restart the whole thing, which I am not about to do. I am not about to do that, so let's see here. Give me 1 second now. I'm still trying to figure out what I can do to at least make this. Oh well. Only so much we can do. Now, I'm not about to stop the stream and restart my whole system just for that one thing. You know, as important it is for me, at least I'll still be able to chat with everybody. I'll just probably just have to out loud just say what everybody's saying so people know what in the world I'm talking about. So, headphones on, screen change. Did not mute the desktop. That's perfectly fine though. Just means that the background music probably sounded doubled up. That's perfectly fine. Alrighty. Let's stay together. I know that they said that this was an Al Green cover, so I'm really looking forward to this one. Alright, what we got? Let's do it. Woo-hoo-hoo. I love how it's starting though.
So in love with you.
Look at that. They're all feeling it too. But then again, how can you not?
Is alright with me. 'Cause you make me feel so brand new. And I want to spend my life with you. Ooh, since we've been together.
Yo. I feel like I need to be on a grill right now, you know? He is killing this. I love it. Okay. Wow. So, see, with stuff like this, it's always helpful if you know the song to begin with. It's even more helpful if you really love the song. And then to hear what they're doing with it, that is so cool. And anybody who knows me by now, I know I've said it quite a few times. I am such a sucker for, what's the word I'm looking for? Acapella stuff. You know, like anything acapella, I'm just such a sucker for it. And, I'm just at a loss for words right now. I'm at a loss for words. It's like I initially had so many thoughts in my brain, in my head, and they all just kind of just went away. I just thought, you know what? I'll stop wasting your time and just continue. Oh, okay. I have a feeling this might be another group I have to get into. Really getting old school, kind of like doo-wop street corner vibe with this.
Why do people break up and then turn around and make up? Oh, I just can't see. You never do that to me. Oh, just being around you is all I see. Here's what I want us to do. Let's stay together. Loving you well. Whether times are good or bad, happy or sad. Let's stay together.
Man. Again, I feel like I need to be on a grill grilling something right now.
Let's stay together. Let's stay together. Let's stay together.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Okay. Oh, wow. Another situation where I really have no idea what to say. Outside of I absolutely adored it. And I know a couple times I was saying, And my camera's a little crooked. Hold on, fix that real quick. Sorry. Just annoying me. I'm sorry. But I know that I was saying a couple times, you know, like I feel like I need to be out grilling, and I feel like I need to explain why I was saying that. So anytime I would ever go out and grill, I always had a specific genre of music that I felt like I really had to listen to, and it was usually either classical R&B or classic rock. Ooh, hold on! I just realized I was screwing up on something for playlist here. I need to fix this real quick. Give me a second here, because I'm throwing songs on playlists that don't need to be on there. Throwing them on the wrong playlist. Alright, so off of this one. There we go. That's the playlist you need to be on. Glad I checked that, otherwise I would have had a big problem when I got to the editing portion of that. No, but when I get done reacting to the videos, I try to what's the word I'm looking for? Save the videos that I watch to a playlist so I can get the links to them and put them in the description on the replays. Because I always try to make sure that I provide the links to the original videos that I react to make sure that the proper people will get credit for it. And also, you know, if you don't want to hear me like talking over everything and all that stuff, you know, you can go watch the original video. Granted, chances are you've probably already seen the original video. I feel it to be absolutely necessary for me to do that. So, alright, now that I've got that set, I was talking about grilling, and one of the things that I really like to do when I grill is I love listening to like classical R&B and soul music. I don't know why, but I also really like listening to kind of like classic rock, like, you know, like your 80s hair band, maybe even back further. But I don't know why it is just about that certain era of music that I just find so enjoyable to listen to while grilling, but it just adds so much more enjoyment to it. So that's why I kept saying that with this song, because this is the type of song that I would have listened to while, you know, trying to cook it up on the grill. So absolutely amazing. Absolutely loved it. And I gotta say, that group itself really has my interest peaked. And actually, you know what? While I'm actually thinking about it, I'm gonna go ahead. Let me look them up real quick. And hence, just like with my viewer choice live stream that I had on Monday, here we are again, you know. This is why I absolutely adore doing these type of videos, because it keeps King's Return. Because I've now been introduced to another group that sounds absolutely amazing and that I'm going to have to start getting my feet wet with. Oh my gosh. Oh my, okay. So already did Let's Get Together, but I saw Sir Duke. Change Gonna Come. If that's the song I think it is. Let me save to watch later. Save to watch later. Give me a second. I'm just looking through some of their stuff right now. Cause I have a feeling this is going to be a group I'm going to be really getting into. Nutcracker Suite. Oh, that'll be a fun one to do for Christmas time, that's for sure. Old Rugged Cross. Wow, that's a song I haven't heard in a while. They do Walking in the Air. Oh my. Okay, they got a lot of Christmas. Okay. It's official. I'm going to be doing some King's Return. Walking in the Air. Wow. That might actually even be my next one. I know usually I try to save Christmas stuff around Christmas time, just so I have Christmas content, but jeez. Okay, so King's Return, you are going to you're going to be getting some reactions for sure, for sure. But in the meantime, Avi Kaplan, my man, this is going to be my first time listening to any of his solo stuff. Well, actually, now that I think about it, Superfruit was the first time I've really listened to anybody in Pentatonix that was technically outside of Pentatonix. So I'm not going to say that today is my first time doing their solo stuff, but really diving into everybody else's stuff. So, I mean, I've seen Superfruit. Who was it? I think Scott has his own solo stuff too, or maybe they both have their own solo stuff that I probably still need to do. But I mean, I've seen Superfruit. We've seen Matt and Kevin today, and now we're about to see Avi. So, I guess I really don't know what to expect. I was just I guess you could say, reminded of how great his vocals are. You know, with the vocals he had in Hallelujah. So, I know someone had mentioned, I think it was Mary, had told me that he had some stuff that just came out. So, we're going to go ahead and get to it. Give me a quick second here. I want to check one thing here. Okay. I just want to make sure that my chat was up, because I know with all the problems I'm having, I'm a little paranoid now, so I'm sorry about that. All right. Unmute this. So let's go ahead and hit up Avi Kaplan. Peace somehow. I forgot how low his voice was, or it could be. Wow. Dang. Okay, with the way he's singing Hallelujah, I forgot how low he could go in terms of his range. Man, this dude is making like my bones vibrate right now. Holy cow. Like, I literally felt my bones vibrate with that. That was... Jeez. Yeah, I am seeing that for Twitch users who aren't seeing this. So Mary's just saying that his songs are really varied in style and register. Some are higher, some are lower, and they're all different. And I am being reminded of that right now. Holy cow. I go from the vocals he gave in Hallelujah to this. Whew. Man.
Sunlight peeking through the rain. Take the toll and the pain. Breathe in, breathe out. Find the peace somehow.
Alrighty. Very impressive, I will say this. One thing I definitely do gotta point out, like I was just talking about how it's impressive. I don't think people okay, let me rephrase that, because I'm trying to make it sound like nobody knows this. I'm sure there are a lot of people that do know this. It's just something that I don't hear enough. Because I hear so many people talk about how impressive it is when people can hit like really high like falsetto notes really well and sound really good with it. I don't think like bass and baritones get enough love with all that. And I say that as somebody who, while no, I did not sing professionally. I wasn't in a professional choir. I was only in choir, in all my years, like through middle school and high school, so I get an idea of the training and everything that is involved with that. But one of the things that I really had to learn when I was in those classes was to listen to the other parts. So I've gotten to the part where sometimes even when I listen to harmonies, I'm able to kind of hear in my head like each part and kind of like separate it. And, and I bring that up because I think about like the bass and the baritones when I was in chorus, and listening to them and hearing just, I don't want to say how they would struggle, but knowing how hard it was for them to hit some of the notes they have. And I say all of that to express my appreciation for what I am listening to right now. Because the low register that he is hitting very consistently is very impressive, and I think deserves to have some love. And I just wanted to make sure I threw that out there.
Sunlight peeking through the rain. Take the toil and the pain. Breathe in, breathe out. Find the peace somehow.
Actually, I was gonna say something. I'll hold off on this thought for a second. I will say I really love what he's doing with the video. It's very simple, but yet at the same time, so attention grabbing. I love how he's pulling that off so well. I almost feel like I need to start meditating, you know? Actually, now that I think about it, this does almost sound like kind of like a meditation chant, doesn't it? I wonder if that's what he was going for in this part. Wouldn't surprise me.
Sunlight peeking through the rain. Take the toil and the pain. Breathe in, breathe out. Find the peace somehow.
All right. Wow. All right. Well, I did it with Kevin. I'm going to do it with Avi. No, maybe chances are very slim that this is something he'll come across, but I'm going to kind of go up to the camera, look straight in the eye, and say, Avi, I need to put some respect on your name. You know I try to give everybody some love, but it's like when I get to seeing them do their solo stuff, I'm like, I have not given you enough. I have not given you enough. I feel like I have properly given the love deserved to Scott, Mitch, and Kirsty, but I feel like between Avi, Matt, and Kevin, well, yeah, I try to throw them their flowers. I'm starting to think I don't give them enough. Oh my goodness, Avi, man, I put some respect on your name, my guy. And you know what? I forgot to do that with Matt, but Matt, you need to put some respect on your name too. I'm starting to get to the point where every time I want to try to highlight one person's vocals, it's like I feel like I need to highlight everybody else now. Because now there's no excuse. Now I know what everybody can do. And again, as I said before, for him to consistently hold that register the way he was, it's just hard to just, it's hard to explain really how difficult that is. And really, no matter what range, you sing, whatever your vocal range is, no matter what, it's always difficult. But I just think people, for some reason, don't give enough love to the lower registers, so I really want to make sure he got his love on that one. So let me go ahead and check back on some comments here. So I did see, yes, I did see that he was going on tour. I've been seeing some ads for ticket prices, especially close to where I'm at. I don't know if I'll be able to, because I know that, you know, I just don't know if I'll be able to work-wise. We'll have to see. So, let's see here. Independent artist now, so he can really express his creativity the way he wants. Yeah, see, and that's the thing, you know, I know a lot of people, again, I say a lot of people don't give indie artists enough love, and I say that only because I don't hear it a lot. So maybe they do, and I just don't hear it. But, you know, I think Avi having been a part of Pentatonix, you know, probably really helped, you know, keep his reach and all that. But I think of a lot of independent artists who maybe don't have the reach that somebody like him would have. You know, but they are also very creative and have really good stuff. I think of somebody I just reacted to, West Coast Grizz. Some of the stuff I heard from him, he sounds really impressive, but he doesn't really look like he has much of a following, you know, but I thought he was really good and really would have the potential to be something big, you know, if he could just get like a little bit of a machine behind him. Doesn't even have to be a whole lot, just enough to really get some exposure out there, you know. Hopefully, you know, as I do some more reaction to him, it'll help. But obviously Avi doesn't need my help to get exposure, but I do want to do some more reaction to him, because this was a really fun song. I really enjoyed it. Very impressive with that low range, and I really love the simplicity of it, but yet it was just so attention grabbing, and it almost did feel like it was meant to be kind of like a song played like during meditation or something. Oh my god, you got backstage pass to you know, I'm telling you right now. First off, I need to fix my camera. I don't know how it keeps getting turned. Okay, cool. But as I was gonna say before, what you were bringing up with Avi, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. There's a little part of me that feels really petty right now, and I'm like, you know, going backstage to a Pentatonix concert, but I'm not gonna be petty. I will still allow you to stay. Really, that's nice. See, now here's the thing, and I'll admit the main reason why I probably couldn't is I did go through a little bit of a financial speed bump recently. So thankfully, actually my last stream really actually kind of helped bring me out of that. You know, it just, you know, I just have to be very careful with money and everything like that. But there is actually a concert I probably would not be able to go to, but you know, maybe I'll try to save. Carrie. Okay, I'm gonna try to pronounce your name, but I can't really do it. But thank you so much for the Twitch follow there. Carrie Min at Fan Club. Oh, these bots. No. I don't want free views. I am not going to pay for views. Birthday present for the win. Asian State of Mind. Let me see. Let me pull that link up real quick. That song sounds very familiar. Jay Park. I know the name Jay Park. Is this K-pop? Oh, dang. It looks like quite a collab right here. Alright, so, okay. That explains a lot. Jay Park, I know the name. I don't think I've seen anything of his though. Wait a minute, didn't he just do something with G-Dragon? I feel like he did. All right, but I got the song Karina. Wait. Really? Ooh. I'll say that's got my interest peaked, that's for sure. Definitely got my interest peaked. But I got the song saved on my playlist. Right now, clearly I'm on a theme. Like I'm doing a Pentatonix theme, so I probably won't get to it today. Plus, I actually got one song before I do this. But either which way, definitely we'll get to that. Don't know if I'm going to be doing too many reaction live streams next week. So what I'll probably do is when I get done with this stream, I think I might be doing a stream later on today to do some gaming. But I don't know yet. We'll see. But either which way, this Asian State of Mind, I'll definitely make sure to record a reaction to that, and I'll try to post it next week. Hey Dak Ship, yeah, thank you for the follow, and yeah, feel free. Doing Pentatonix reactions today. In fact, I only got one video left I'm probably gonna do, so probably won't get to it today, but I'll definitely add it to my watch queue, and I will definitely make sure to at least record a video for it so I can So, no, in terms of what time I start my lives, it depends on the day. If it's during the week, I try to start it around noon. It really, like I said, it really depends. On the weekends, I usually try to start around 3. It really depends. What I am going to start doing is whenever I have live streams planned on my schedule, on my About page on Twitch, I'll put, the days I'm going to start, because again, it just depends on how my IRL schedule goes. So I can't definitively say what time all of my streams are going to start, but relatively during the weekdays, I try to start around noon when I do stream. On the weekends, 3 o'clock. But it really just depends. Oh, okay, so let's see. So wait, it's 11:02 for you right now? It's like 1:30 in the afternoon for me. Okay, so yeah, that is the thing. I know time zones can really be a pain to try to work around. But yeah, on my Twitch, anytime I plan on going live, just look up on my schedule and you'll be able to see. But on my YouTube, I'll also post at least the days that I go live, but I always make community posts on when I do plan to go live, usually about an hour or so before I go live. So if you're subscribed on my YouTube channel, just throw notifications on there. And make sure you check my community post. That way you'll get notifications on there when I'm going live. I try to let everybody know when I'm about to go live the best I can. Just because I know I can't have a set schedule of start times and everything. And I know that really helps a lot of people. But like I said, just sometimes my IRL schedule just sits so out of whack that I can't really do it. So I try my best when I can. SMG4... Five Nights at Freddy's security breach. Okay, let me look that up for you real quick. Alright, let me see. Give me a second here. Oh, okay. I was thinking it was a song for a second. Is that a video that you want me to watch or react to? That shit. Oh, was I muted? Oh, I was talking about somebody else's. There's somebody else. There was another video that somebody wanted me to, or they sent me a link to. But yeah, don't worry. I got Asian State of Mind. I got it saved to my list already, so you don't need to worry about that. I'll definitely make sure to get to that. Like I said, it's probably gonna be something I'm gonna have to record afterwards. But for the meantime, I got one. Wait a minute. What's going on here? Actually, let me look at the time here. It is. Okay, I know I said I was going to do one more song, but I think actually, because I just looked at the time and I just completely remembered something else that I forgot I got going on this afternoon, so I might actually have to cut the stream now. I wanted to do Radioactive by Pentatonix and Lindsey Sterling, but unfortunately, time is not going to allow me to do so. So I am gonna have to cut the stream here, but Carrie / P Diddy, you may want to change that name. I know a lot of people aren't fans of P Diddy right now, so just saying. But so as terms of Agent State of Mind, I know I got a stream tomorrow, and it's gonna start around the same time. But what I'm going to do is I got a stream tomorrow. After I get done with my stream tomorrow, I'm going to record a reaction to Asian State of Mind, and then next week I will be sure to upload that. So you will see my reaction to that. Sorry I couldn't get to it live. One thing I do want to bring up, because on just this past Monday, I did what I call a viewer's choice reaction stream, and that was so much fun. I had such a great time with that. I'm going to start doing those monthly. So keep an eye out on my YouTube or even on here for when I do viewer's choice, where it's basically I react live. So like, had you brought that up on Monday, I would have reacted right there. Upload it on YouTube. I always upload my reactions on YouTube. If there's a way for me to upload on Twitch, I probably would, but I don't think there's a way for me to do that outside of the VODs. But yeah, when I do recordings, they all get uploaded on YouTube. So the fact that you're following on there, just make sure you have your notification bell on, so that way anytime a new video gets uploaded, you'll be aware. But expect that video next week. I'm going to try to have it available probably Wednesday at the latest. Thankfully, reaction videos don't take very long for me to edit and upload. The issue I usually have with them is copyright stuff, and that's usually what makes things a little time consuming, because sometimes I have to see if I have to do any re-edits or anything like that. So, you know, not very long for me to edit those videos. So at the worst case scenario, I'm looking at Wednesday for an upload. But now that I'm starting to incorporate live streams more on my YouTube, I always upload like a weekly schedule. But now that, you know, I got things that are, you know, between me doing separate videos for my live streams and all that, yeah, just keep an eye on my community posts. I'll throw in schedules there. But either which way, had a great time today. Thank you all for stopping by. Sorry for the snafu that happened earlier, but we should be good to go. And I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye. Hope everybody has a good day, and I'll catch y'all down the road.